Welcome to Wings for another reading, and tonight we'll be reading The Lion and the Mouse. I'd like you to keep in mind that doing something nice for somebody at a particular time may come back and benefit you later. So this will start out with The Lion and the Mouse from my book house, and we start off with, once a great big lion lay fast asleep in the woods. By and by, a mouse came along, and a little teeny tiny mouse. Now the lion was lying so still, the mouse thought he was only a big heap of dried brown grass. So the mouse began to scamper around up and down on the lion's body. Pretty soon, grrr, growled the lion. The little feet of the mouse were tickling the lion's stomach. Tickle, 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 went the mouse. The lion squirmed and grunted. He opened one big round eye and then opened the other. He saw a teeny tiny mouse and he woke up with a wide awake. He reached out a paw and snatched the little mouse. So it's you, he roared. It's you who awakened me. I'll just put a stop to that. I'll eat you for my breakfast. Well, the mouse was terribly frightened. His heart went pitter-pat. But he squeaked in a little bit of a voice. Oh, mighty king of the beast, please don't eat me up. I'll never forget your kindness if you let me go this once. But the lion opened his jaws. He opened his great big mouth and began to smack his lips. Yum, 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 little mouse, he said. I think you will taste very good. But trembling all over, the mouse began to coax harder and harder. Please let me go. Oh, please. Who knows, great king of the beast, if you would let me go, I might even happen someday that I could be helpful to you. You help me, cried the lion. A teeny tiny thing like you helped a great big king of the beast? Ha ha, ha ha ho, he laughed, so loud and so long that all the forest rang. But he laughed so loud and so long that he made himself feel very jolly. Well, after all, he said, you're really far too small to even be one bite for me. I'll catch something better for breakfast. And he opened his great big paws, and so he let the little mouse slip out and scampered as fast as he could to hide himself in the grass. Well, not long after this, the lion was wandering in the woods, and he suddenly fell in a hole that had been dug by some hunters who wanted to catch a lion. These hunters meant to put the lion in a cage and carry him to the king. They meant to set the cage for a show in a palace yard so that people might come and see the beautiful, great, big beast. The lion was groaning in the hole when the band of hunters found him. They drew him up out of the trap and tied him with a rope to a tree. Then they went off and left him in order to get a wagon to carry him to the palace. I must get away, thought the lion, before the hunters come back. And he tugged and tore at the rope, but he could not get himself free. And so at last he cried sadly, they have me. I cannot get loose. I shall end my life in a cage. Never more shall I see this great, big, beautiful forest. But as he was crying and sighing, it chanced that the mouse came by, the teeny tiny little mouse. Well, well, friend lion, he squeaked. What's this that happened to you, the great big king of the beast? The hunters have bound me fast, the lion groaned. There isn't a thing I can do to break this great, strong rope. Is that all the trouble, friend? The mouse laughed cheerily. You needn't seem so glad about it. It's a very sad end for me, the lion began to grumble. But already the little mouse had gone straight up to the rope and began with his sharp teeth to gnaw it. He gnawed and he gnawed and he gnawed, and pretty soon, split, 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 the rope began to break. Then he gnawed and he gnawed some more. Split, split, split with the rope. Bit by bit, the mouse chewed until at once, snip, snap, he had gnawed through the very last strand. The rope breaks straight in two, and there stood the lion free. You thought I could never help you, the little mouse squeaked to the lion. But look, I have set you free." Well, well, the lion was so surprised he could hardly speak. "Just look at what you've done. A teeny tiny thing like you to set free a king of the forest. I'm ashamed that I laughed at you. You show me that no matter how very small one is, he can always be helpful to others, although they are larger than he. Goodbye, little friend. I thank you." And the lion ran with a bound off into the forest. So you see, helping somebody, no matter how big or small you are, you can always come back and you may surprise somebody. So it's always good to do something for somebody. Well, I'm looking forward to having another reading with you later, and think about that and apply it in your life, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.